Hello and welcome to today's edition of Pegasus Test. On today's edition, we're covering the Fairfax Rod and Gun Club 2-Gun Action Challenge match of October 2025. And because it's October and Halloween, it's a shotgun pistol match. So let's get into what's going to be called the good, the bad, and the ugly. Alright, well this is stage 3, but it was our first stage of the day. And this is basically a lateral starter drill, except instead of doing it with a kettlebell, you did it with a tire. And as you see here, you got 3 shots through the tire, picked it up, moved it to your next firing position, and repeated. And you had to do this for the entire 120-second par time. And every time you cleared an array of 3, you got a 15-second bonus off your time. For me here, with the shotgun I chose, Remington 870 with an extended tube. This is a former police department shotgun, and it held exactly 6 rounds, 1 in the chamber, 5 in the tube. So I had just enough for 1 engagement before I had to, when I reset back to the start, I had to reload. Reloading from the same rig I used back in June. If you watch that video, and I'll put a link here in the end, I did have some problems, but it's since been repaired. And while the rig is working good for the fact in the pouches holding the shells, they're not exploding, going everywhere. The reason you're seeing falling out is my butterfingers in the cold, because I had made this decision on this very cold morning that now I'll run without gloves because A, I don't want the gloves getting stuck in the shotgun action, and I also, as being RO, thought it'd be easier to operate the timer without gloves. Little did I realize that my fingers would be so freaking cold that getting shells out of the pouch would be such a challenge. So I got a total of 4 engagements, as you see here, and I'm running back to get my 5th. And this is where the rig and shotgun I chose work against me. The low capacity of the shotgun, plus the fact that I am really struggling to get my fingers to operate the correct way to get the shells into the tube, is just going to cause me to par out here. Most people got at least 4. Some people got as high as 6 and 7. Alright, I said this be the good, bad, and the ugly. Well, you saw the mediocre right there with my run. Now you're going to see a great run here with Matt's. So he chose to start out by going prone. His Mossberg has a higher round capacity, so he can basically get about 3 engagements before he has to reload. And also setup's better with having a stock thing holding round plus having a side saddle on it. And he chose to keep his other rounds in his dump pouch, whereas I had mine in a dedicated shotgun pouch. In the long run, for patrolling through the woods or on an operational thing, my pouches would definitely be superior. But by keeping the rounds in the dump pouch, he got speed. And also, all he had to do is pump his tube up each time, whereas I had to rack, get a round in, rack again, and then start filling up the tube. So he definitely had a time saver there. Although I do know, talking to him, though, he was feeling the cold as well as I was, but he was being a little more dexterous. And then he figured out here this kneeling thing, which definitely contributed to the speed of getting the engagement done. I don't know if it was any faster on the shooting, but it was definitely faster getting into and out of and moving the tire to the next position.
Move out.
And as you can see, he's just getting quickly from place to place. Matt will end up having a 3-way tie for 3rd in division, which is really, really awesome. And there were some guys who shot this actually went negative. And I didn't see what guns they have, so I don't know if that was because they were super fast, which they had to be, or if they had extra high capacity shotguns.
Move out.
I would imagine on this stage having very high capacity or having magazine fed shotguns that you can quickly reload would definitely be of an advantage.
6.
Shooter, are you ready?
Ready. All right, now moving on to stage 4, which is our second stage of the day. And this is we're going to call the ugly stage, because things are going to go horribly wrong. Starts out good, get the swinger activated. Couple shots, not quite getting, and then malfunction start. And got to fight through it. And go through it, nothing wrong with the pistol. Just not going in the battery. Get another shot off or two. And I have to admit, I really wasn't concentrating there. I was more trying to just get worried about the pistol working. So abandoning it. So there were 2 penalties right there. And then fairly quick reholster for the M12, which is not known for its quick reholstering, as you guys probably saw on my Viking Brutality series that I just posted. Warmed up a bit, so the fingers are working a little better, but this method of reloading the shotgun is just not fast. Drawing from the pouch with elastic loops that are secured inside a pouch is very secure. You don't lose the rounds, but it doesn't make for getting the gun loaded fast. And here again, capacity is going to work against me because I knocked the pins down pretty quickly. And the only way to tackle that spinner is with a shotgun. And now I go for the reload again, but this time I go for a single load because I know I've wasted a lot of time with the pistol inside the car and a slow load, so I didn't want to take all those penalties on the star, so I figured get as many as I can with single load and just keep going until the buzzer goes off. And as you're going to see, I'm going to be really close, but I'm going to end up taking 3 penalties for the stage and not just cook the score, as you see.
Ready.
Now we're on to the good. Matt had a really good run here on this stage. Starting off with, although he forgot to charge his pistol, it did work once he did. So that's always a helpful benefit.
Mag out.
And with the Y swinger down, he makes a clearing shot. Out he comes. Holsters up. Now he's going to make a cool decision here because he's going to load a shotgun to capacity, and then when it runs dry, he's not going to worry about the reload. He's just going to switch to his pistol to finish off the engagement, and that's going to be a very smart move. I would have done that too had my pistol been functioning. Yeah, so 7 shots there. That took out that. Now he's got those 4 plates left to get. And there he goes. Great score for Matt there. All right, now we move on to stage 5, which is our 3rd stage. And now you're going to see the bad part of my run. It's not ugly, though. And the 2 things that make it bad are the capacity of my shotgun again, because you've got a required number of hits here that are just a lot. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's a lot. I think there was a total of 14 required hits. And already I haven't even gone through the first half of the run, and I'm already reloading. And then I'll have to do another reload just to complete the second half of the run. So that's where I'm saying where capacity works against me. I decided to take time to get a full tube load, including one in the chamber, because I figured with so many shots I had to take, that might be an advantage over single loading. 2 rapid shots here, and then I begin back, and I trip. Luckily I keep the gun in a safe direction. But obviously time lost here getting ear pro back on, but I think I was about as efficient as I could be. And working my way through the cross there. Boom. And now the next problem is I'm out of rounds. Now here's where I should have single loaded, but I know I had 2 shots left, so I just went and got 2 rounds into the gun. But I think I would have been better off single loading in all honesty. And believe it or not, as you see here, I wasn't dead last, which is kind of a surprise. All right, well now you're going to see a good run here with Matt doing it. And part of his good run is going to come definitely down to his good setup on his shotgun. Not only has he got a nice high capacity shotgun running 2 more rounds than I am, plus 1 in the tube, he's also got a side saddle and a stock ammo shell holder there, and that's going to make his life a little easier for sure. because where I was reloading right here, he's getting a couple shots off. Now he's going to single load, and he's loading off the gun. And he's got time to do that as he goes to each position, and he's ready to shoot when he gets there. This is where definitely the setup of the gun allowed him to have some quicker shots, and definitely a superior setup over the one that I bought, or I should say brought. And as you see there, he was rewarded in the scores.
754.
All right, moving on to stage 1, which is our 4th stage of the day, and things go really good for me for once here. Get a slow start here because I had to stand on my tippy toes and then, work the safety of it, but get pretty good solid hits on it and really get some momentum going. Also, you had to hit from 4 different ports. I made sure of my strategy that the big open port was from my last one to give me the easiest last engagement. And I'll do the same on the pistol, and you're going to see how that works for me, along with getting good solid hits on that spinner, because you notice it's got a lot of momentum still. Over here, you have to hit the popper. That was originally supposed to be an activator and throw up a claybird, but we couldn't find the claybird thrower, so we just put up a steel plate. And you abandoned your shotgun there, went under the table, and got your pistol. Now the pistol should have been in the holster, and mine is, but it's non-functional, so I had to borrow Matt's pistol, which was pre-staged and cleared with the match director. And getting good hits, but also still keeping the momentum on the thing. So when I make hit number 4 here, I decided to go for spinning. That wasn't required, but I was like, yeah, I've got good momentum. I think I can get it. And miss a few shots there, but then get back right on track. And over. Yeah, so finally a nice good stage with good scores. And now we'll take a look at Matt's run, and he had a pretty good run too. This was a stage, since you had to single load, that having a high capacity tube really didn't matter. And he struggled with safety too. I don't know what happened to both of us there, but Matt's feeding off the gun there, which kind of helping his speed there. And we must have been using some different type of loads, because I noticed like his impacts here, he's making solid impacts. Not getting as much energetic movement out of the spinner as I did. And then like Matt chose to put 2 shells in. And abandon, and he goes back under the table. And I would have done that if his whole gun had fit in my holster.
2, 3. Hit.
And he gets it there. Yay, Matt, good score. All right, and on to stage 5. Excuse me, stage 2, our 5th stage of the day. And you start off by carrying this artillery charge tube full of empty brass up on your shoulder. And you could place it down, and then you had to get hits on the double spinner. You had to hit each plate once, then you transitioned over to a mini-mo, knocked the head down, reset it, and then you had a clearing shot. And because Matt's pistol was not compatible with my holster, I had to deground it. Again, this was cleared with the Range Master. I don't think it gave me any competitive advantage either. And I did keep the magazines on my body. Yeah, sometimes those mini-mos take an extra hit to make sure they stay up. And then you just had to go make another lap. You end up doing about 3 go-rounds here to be complete the stage. And on my last one there, I just ditched that one as fast as I could so I could get back into making the engagement. And this one you don't have to mess with the clearance shot, and it goes really well. Well, I had a good run, and guess what? So did Matt. So let's see what he did.
Stand by.
Now, he chose a different carrying method I did, but there was no prescribed way you had to carry it. You just had to get it around that marker and back to where you started.
Hit. 3, 4. All right, mag out.
Yeah, and Matt chose to use his dump pouch instead of dumping it like I did. Wasn't required, but a very viable thing to do and a good habit to be in. Yeah, dropping the mag is not recommended. And he had a little trouble getting to lock in, but once he did, things worked out just fine. You can see here.
3, 4.
And volume of fire is a tactic.
Hit.
And his final run around here with the tube. And you'll see Matt has a good, strong, solid finish here.
Nice.
Well, now you've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, and it was quite a learning experience. We hope you all enjoyed this coverage of the Two Gun Action Challenge match. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in for more match coverage.